and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Stacey and I am a part-time mature student with the Open University. I'm currently studying towards a degree in childhood and youth studies. I've just started year 3 out of 6, so technically it's like I've just started the second year of my degree, and I am really happy to have you all here. Today, a couple of housekeeping bits. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for all the lovely comments. It makes my heart so happy. So thank you so much. I've had some really lovely comments recently and I'm really grateful for them. Secondly, I just hope everyone's safe and well. I know that there's a horrific storm going on. It's really dangerous, so I really hope that everybody's all well. And I know that the world is a scary and horrible place right now for so many people, and I just wanted to send my love to anyone who is affected by it in any way. Today I thought I would do a 5 reasons why I love being a mature student. So the reason I think I'm qualified for this is I did originally go to a brick uni when I was 19. So I took a year out and then I went when I was 19, and I didn't even finish my first year. And that's part of the reason why I really wanted to go back and finish it, because I knew I was capable of doing it. I left for, well, many reasons. There was lots of family things going on and health reasons and stuff like that. So at the time I didn't feel like I was capable of it. In hindsight, obviously with it being 2020, I know I was capable of it. So I feel like I'm somewhat qualified to talk about the difference, I guess, between being at university as a younger person, I guess, and being a mature student. Okay, so reason number 1 is that I feel I know myself and my abilities, my capabilities, my strengths, my weaknesses so much better now than I did when I was 19. I think if anything that gives me a huge advantage now over the Stacey of when I was 19. So I think it helps me plan my studies accordingly. It means that I can play to my strengths. It means that I can either overcome my weaknesses or work around them. And it means that I don't get so bogged down with them. I think I'm much less conscious of self-conscious of them. Like, I know I have weaknesses and I know that we all do. Whereas I don't think I really felt like that when I was 19. I felt like I had a lot to prove. So yeah, I think that's definitely a huge plus for being mature and just growing older and being a bit more self-assured, really. And so reason number 2 is I know that I'm studying for my degree because I want to, because it's something I'm interested in, because it's something that I care deeply about. And I definitely didn't feel like that when I was 19. I took English literature and I chose a uni because my friend said that it was one of the better ones for studying English literature at. And to be honest, I didn't know an awful lot about universities. I don't feel like, I think because I didn't have the family structure where people had previously been to university, I was the first person in my family who'd ever been. I think that meant that I didn't get the same kind of knowledge about it as a lot of my friends already had. And my college didn't really talk about it that much. They didn't talk about like UCAS applications. They didn't really, I mean, maybe they did and I just didn't go to them. I don't know. I don't ever remember being told this is how you choose a university, this is how you choose a course. I just did it, and I picked English literature because I love reading, and I picked English literature because I felt that it was one of those degrees where I could choose a few different career options afterwards. because I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I'd been so sure for so long, and then some personal things happened in my life, family wise, that kind of blew everything up a bit, and I'd had the rug pulled out from me, so I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I just kind of picked it as a bit of an all-rounder, just as like to hedge my bets. So I think now, because I knew very clearly what I wanted to do, and actually I chose the Open University because it had the course I wanted to do, not necessarily the other way around, where I chose the Open University and hoped it had the course I wanted. So yeah, I think that was incredibly beneficial for me, and I think it just means that I can, even in the, like, for example, last year I really didn't like the module, and it meant that I still had that direction. I knew what I wanted, and I knew that I just needed to get through that module to get on with the rest of my degree, and I care so much about the actual degree that it didn't put me off. Whereas I think if that had happened when I was 19, I probably would have deferred the module and then got caught up with something else. So I think it's a huge plus. And do you know what, when I did English literature, I didn't read for pleasure for years after that. It actually put me off. So yeah, definitely very different experience now. Okay, so reason number 3 that I love being a mature student with the OU is I think it makes me a really good role model for my son. I think it shows him that you have to work hard and make sacrifices for something that you really want. I think it shows him that if something's important to you, you should go for it. It doesn't, you know, regardless of anything else, if it's important to you, you should go for it. And to be completely honest, I haven't always, as most or a lot of mums specifically, but parents find, I think as he was from a baby up until I started this, I didn't really have anything for myself. I didn't have anything that I mean, I had jobs and stuff, but it wasn't like, I didn't feel like I was being a role model for him, just grinding out a 9 to 5. I think this is the kind of thing where I can say this is something that I have that is for me, and it's important to me, and it, you know, I am a person aside from being your mum, and I think he's picking up on that more now that he's 11. He's really picking up on that, and he's really, at first no one in my house had any respect for my time at all. I could be in the middle of a tutorial online and they would come in and start talking to me. Now they respect my time so much more, and I think it also just shows him that education is a lifelong journey. It's not something, and I reiterate this to him all the time, his education isn't going to stop when he's 16, 18, 21, whatever it is, whatever age he leaves full-time education. Education never ends, and I think that's a really important knowledge for him to have, because I think we kind of go, oh, you've only got to do it until then, whatever it is, whatever age it is, for a lot of children who aren't that keen on school. And he's not that keen on school. He loves learning, but he's not that keen on being at school. So I think it's important to show him that it's not the be all and end all, and you can do this stuff whenever. I don't ever want him to feel pressured to go to university when he leaves school, if he doesn't want to. I want him to want to do it, and I want him to enjoy it, and I want him to get the best out of it. And reason number 4 is, it kind of ties back to what I said just now, but it's something that's all mine. It's the only thing that I have that is all mine, which sounds really selfish, but when my son was born, I lost myself in motherhood, and whilst that was 100% the right decision for me and my family, as he got older and didn't need me as much anymore, I found myself kind of reminiscing a bit, and I wouldn't say regretting not finishing uni, but it was something that I always wanted to do, and I always wanted to go back to uni. I never wanted to finish that particular degree, but I always wanted to go and complete my education. To me, I'm not saying that it is completing your education, but for me, this feels like what I need to do to complete a part of me. And I think for a really long time I didn't have anything that was just for me, so this feels like my little special, almost like a treat. Sounds ridiculous, but that's how it feels to me. So this is my little thing. They're not interested even a little bit, my husband and my son. They're just like, okay, you go and do you. And it's so nice to have something that's just mine, that's outside of everything else. So yeah, for me, that's a huge plus. And number 5 is that it reminds me that life is just beginning in so many ways for me. I'm creeping up on 40 next year, and I think the last few years, I think as well with my fibromyalgia, it makes you feel older than you are in so many ways. And I've always been what people call an old soul. But doing this degree and having this for me, like I've talked about, it just shows me that it's never too late to chase your dreams. My life is nowhere near being over. In fact, it's only just beginning. In so many different ways, but particularly with this is kind of like the way that I'm steering my life towards a new beginning, and I have that control over it. So that's a huge benefit mentally to me, and it has been in so many of like the difficult times. As most people have had, the last few years have been really difficult for our family at times. So it's something that I think it's so nice to have a reminder that you know, you can always start again. And this is kind of me taking control in a way where I want to start again, in a way. Not completely. And that's it for today's video. So thank you so much if you got this far in the video. Thank you again so much for all the lovely messages, and please stay safe. Next week, hopefully, all being well with the storm, we are going away for a couple of days to the beach, just to get away in half term. So if I remember to film, I will probably have a little vlog next week, maybe like a week in the life or something. And yeah, hope you're all getting on really well with your modules, and if you have any questions or anything, just let me know, and I will speak to you all very, very soon. Take care. Bye.